phone. Her name is Olivia Vitale. She's a TikToker, has about 1.2 million followers.
We were the same age. It really hits home because she could have been me. And I feel like a lot of women especially, when they see Gabby, they see themselves in her. And that's why this is so profound and has hit so many people, because it's relatable.
And says she's been out here because she wants to bring more awareness to the idea of domestic abuse, and particularly in young couples. She says she's the same age as Gabby Petito, and she feels a connection, as do so many people who've been showing.
We just came back from the reserve. We were there for about 2 hours. We found the exact location where Chris Laundrie and Roberta found Brian's dry bag. Right next to the dry bag is a huge orange spray painted location that smelled like it was putrid. It was sprayed right next, like a couple feet away from where the dry bag was found. So we're assuming remains were found there. A couple feet away, deep in the grass, I found a water bottle. I'm not sure if this is Brian Laundrie's water bottle. I will show you a picture. I have not had time to look at his Instagram or the pictures of the back of their van to see if this is the same water bottle, but I just got service now, so I'm gonna go look, but I'll show you the picture of the water bottle. Here's the water bottle. It's very zen-like. It said Seattle, Washington on it. It's from REI. Again, this could be nothing, but I found this several yards away from where his remains were found, near the white dry bag that his father found. And this was in the grass, so it's potential that maybe law enforcement missed this, or it could be just a random person's water bottle. Again, it just seems kind of suspicious, but I'm gonna go see if there's pictures of this somewhere on the internet. Maybe it's on Gabby's or Brian's Instagram. Maybe you guys can help look. Okay guys, so we just came back from the reserve. We were there for about 2 hours. Confirmation that the water bottle that I found today is Gabby Petito's, and it's in my car right now. I have the water bottle because I told the police officers this could be evidence. It's right next to where Brian's remains were and where his dry bag was found, and they didn't care at all. Like, literally, they wanted us to throw it away, and I'm glad I kept it. I'm so glad I kept the water bottle, because something was telling me that it wasn't just like a random person's water bottle. It was something much more. I'm shaking right now. I'm literally shaking. Here is the same water bottle that was in the back of her van. And what's even more screwed up is that I found socks next to this water bottle, like two black socks, like men's ankle socks. And we found a bunch of bones. And it's insane, because like I have been scouring this area of Myakkahatchee Creek for like miles with Andra and Jonathan. Never once did we find a single bone. But within literally like a 200 feet radius of where the dry bag was found, we find a ton of bones, the water bottle, and 2 socks. This is sketchy. And the police go over there, they don't even care. They only took the bones. But everything else, they were just like, yeah, whatever, like, throw it away. I'm so glad. And I have Gabby's water bottle right here. It's in here somewhere. This is her water bottle. I'm shook. So I just got confirmation that the water bottle that I found today.
Let's see your hand.
That you're releasing it to me.
Okay.
Now, we also want to make a request that once you release this property, that it goes to the Petito family or the Schmidt family if they so want it.
Okay.
I appreciate it.
All right, here is your, write this down, and
Yeah, please make sure the notes are on there. We want to make sure that if this is truly Gabby's property, we want to make sure it gets back to her family. If they don't want it, that's fine.
You'll be the first contact, and Olivia will be the first contact once it comes up to be released, and then she'll be able to decide what she wants to do from
Okay,
there.
I appreciate it.
Absolutely. Hold on to this, which is just a copy of the receipt.
All right.
Alrighty, y'all.
Thank you so much.
You're very welcome.
This very zen-like water bottle. The location where the white backpack, Brian's backpack, was found was right around along that tree line. So see how close this water bottle is to where his backpack was found. I'm going to tell you what happened and how and what led to finding Gabby Petito's water bottle, because a lot happened and I have not had time to post the footage. I'm on the road right now. When I get home, I will. So right now, I'm going to tell you what happened. So we would not have found Gabby Petito's water bottle if it wasn't for a tip that I got last night. I cannot say the name of this man because he wants to remain anonymous. He and his family, they don't want his name out there for privacy reasons. So I'm just going to call him Jay, just a random name. Or Joe, Joe. Okay. So I got a phone call. And this man says that he saw my TikTok video that I posted 2 days ago where I literally pinpointed exactly where we found the tent and the remains to the left. I'm sure you've seen that video. If you haven't, you can watch it. He said he lives like a few blocks away from the Myakkahatchee Creek Trail, and he walked over there because he was intrigued, just like many other people, and he was there, and he found a noose hanging from a tree near where Brian's remains were. He also said there was a woman there also searching, and she said she found a black do-rag that had a green marijuana leaf, and it said, what did it say? It said, hold on, I have to find what it said. So I looked at the text message Joe sent me, but it said, "This bud's for you." So it's a black do-rag, and the woman, she said it was Brian Laundrie's, and that she had it, and she also told Joe that she found other things, but when Joe asked, like, oh, what else did you find? She was like, are you a policeman? And he was like, no, and she didn't want to say what she found. I actually have, hold on, let me show you something. I recorded our whole phone call with Joe and I. It's very
I didn't see anybody else anywhere out there. It was eerie. And like you said, when I came across that rope, it was one of the most eerie feelings I've ever had. It was just surreal. My body, because somebody asked me, they said, what was the energy like out there? Like from a spiritual thing? And I was like, I never really thought about that, but it was weird. It was just weird why I'm talking to you now, and it's weird why I was out there. Like, why was I out there? But when I came to that area and I saw that thing, I immediately looked and I just said, oh my God, this is something. But at the time, I didn't know if I was a half a mile away, a mile away. I didn't know until I kind of coordinated where I was at. And then I was like, holy shit.
So when Joe told me that, I immediately called Andra and Jonathan, and I was like, we have to meet this guy tomorrow morning and see if this is really true that there is a noose hanging from a tree. So today at 8 a.m., Jonathan, Andra, Joe, and my mom and I meet at 8 o'clock. We walk the 11 to 15 minutes to the tree with the noose. I received a tip last night. A man said that he found a noose on a tree. So at 8 a.m. today, my two friends, Joe and my mom, we went to see if this was really true. When we arrived and when we saw the noose, we immediately called police because it really looked like a noose. And I'm going to show you the photo. Now, remember, this noose was literally, I would say, maybe 300 feet away from the tent, which was all over the news. It was the tent that was near where they set it up near where Brian's remains were. And then this noose was also maybe 500 feet from the 3 spots where his remains were found. Again, I posted a video 2 days ago where I showed orange markings of where there were remains. So that's how close this noose was to the crime scene, literally. So here's a picture of the noose. So when we called police, it took like maybe 20 minutes and a police officer came. He found the spot. Only one police officer came. And he told us immediately, we didn't touch anything. We took pictures and we stepped away. And then he asked Joe a bunch of questions, which I have on video and I will show you. But we later found out that one of the police officers, because another one later came right after, one said that this was a swing and it's been there for years, and there was actually wood on the bottom, but it like broke off. So they debunked it. It's not a noose. It's a swing. Again, there's a lot of controversy to this because it looks like a noose, and even if it's a swing, it's just kind of creepy, and it's the fact that it was at such a close proximity to Brian's remains. That's why we were so suspicious, and we wanted to make sure that it wasn't a noose, so that's why we called the police. We showed a police officer a noose on a tree, which was debunked to be a swing. Here's some video footage of Joe, the man who tipped me and told me originally about the noose. He told the police officer about the woman who found Brian Laundrie's do-rag and other belongings. So here's the video.
And then she said, yeah, I mean, she found the do-rag, and I said, I've seen pictures of him in do-rags. He had the bald head, and then the second one she didn't want to tell me about.
And she found that over on the other side, about 500 feet over on that side?
She found it about 500 feet from this site, but literally 15 feet. There's one circle when you walk in. There's a second circle where there was evidence. She found it 15 feet from where the second circle of evidence was on the other side. Okay.
So about 5 feet from the noose, this was there on the ground. It is a piece of fabric. I'll show you the two other things that we found near the noose. A purple lighter and this charcoal colored water bottle. Sorry, it's so dark, but again, we showed the police officer these three things: the fabric, the lighter, and the water bottle. Let me put some light on here so you can see me. But after that, we decided to keep looking, because when Joe told me that there was a woman who found this do-rag that supposedly was Brian Laundrie's, it really got us all thinking, wow, if this woman found that and she didn't tell Joe or didn't want to tell him the other items that she found, what else could there be out there? And that really sparked our curiosity, and we decided, we're not going to end the search and just call it a day and say, oh, the noose was just a swing, let's go home. No, we were like, nah, something just doesn't sit right. We're going to keep on looking. So we went back to the original location where Brian's remains were found, the three spots with the orange spray paint, where the woman 15 feet away from, I think the second one, was where she found the do-rag. So we're looking around in this area. We kind of split up. My mom goes like way out. Wow, I cannot talk. My mom goes way out to the very end, and I kind of go to the right. Joe goes to the left, and Andrea and Jonathan are also there. So we're all kind of split up looking around. Again, during this time, there were now 2 police officers, and they were kind of chilling near the noose, and I don't even really, quite frankly, know what happened. I wasn't paying attention to the policemen, but I know they were still in the general vicinity. Once you keep walking, basically the forest stops and there's this field. So I just kept pursuing my mom, and she was literally across this field, and I have video footage of me filming me walking towards the field. And another thing that all of us made sure to do, my mom, Andrea, Jonathan, and Joe, is we were filming literally the entire time. So when we were walking and scouting the area, we had a phone in our hand filming. We made sure to do this. When I approached the end of the woods and faced this clearing, this field, my mom yelled something. She said that there was orange spray paint. So that's why I was really adamant on going through this field, because she was pointing out something. So here's a point of reference to show you. So here's the bottle. Where I'm pointing at that tree, under that tree is where I will show you in the next video the spot where we all believe and we really, really 100%, like no doubt, believe this is the spot where Brian Laundrie passed away on. That spot right there is about, I mean, I can guess that is at least maybe 200 feet away. That tree right there where there's an officer standing talking to, I forget who that is, I can't tell from here, that is where we find bones, which I will also show you. But here is just a reference point. I later found out that my mom actually went around the field, so she didn't trek through the field. So I found the bottle because I was trekking right through the field. So this person actually here was a reporter. We weren't the only ones out there, guys. Remember, the park is open to the public. Anybody and their mom and grandma can literally come here right now and look around. In fact, we saw some people, we saw several people out there. Here's Gabby Petito's bottle. That is the tree with the remains under it. And I'm gonna play you the next video that I took right after this. Again, please watch all of the parts before watching this video so you understand what's going on.
So my mom found an orange. Oh God, I just almost stepped on something, yeah.
Oh, hold on.
You see something?
Yeah, they're bones. They may be animals. They almost
You
look
found
like-
bones?
It's a spine
It's a spine.
of some sort.
Oh,
So once we had found the bones, at this point was when the two police officers made their way down to this field. Because when my mom was the first one to find the field, and when she yelled about that orange spray paint, that's when I followed her, and then everyone started coming.
Look human?
The officers didn't say anything. One stepped away to talk. I tried to overhear the conversation and I couldn't really hear much. He was just saying that there were bones found, and then he was like, yeah, okay, and then that was all. So it's a little confusing, but in terms of whether or not there is confirmation on those bones, if they are human or not, all we know is that Northport police said, quote, they are not related to this case or any other. So that's all they had to say about that. All right, so now we're going to talk about the orange spot that my mom had found. It is confirmed that this is Brian because the reporter, he actually, he's from Fox News, he was there when Chris and Roberta went to this spot and found the white dry bag. In this picture is literally right next to that orange spot. I would say the orange spot is like to the far right of them.
they found the white bag here?
Right here.
Right,
Like there.
right there.
I told you they took that tree off to have more space to look.
Okay.
I told you.
It smells right here in this area, badly.
Yeah, we were here the other day. This spot.
Okay.
So as you just heard in that video, you can scroll it back. He said this is Brian. So it's confirmed right here where remains. Now, I just feel uncomfortable even talking about this, but the smell was putrid. There was a stench and it was very strong. And the other three locations back towards the woods where where we had originally found the other day, there was no smell. This was the only orange spray painted spot that had a very, very strong smell to it. I don't know, it smelled like ammonia to me. And we found 2 men's ankle socks, and this was probably a couple feet away from where his remains were found.
There's just a sock. So this is the second sock. We found 2 black ones.
Here's another picture of those socks. And then literally a few yards away from the socks, in the tree line, Joe came across this fabric, looks like yarn. They were thinking maybe it was part of a hammock.
It's the same type of material that you would kind of see in, in the colors of fancy hammock type things.
Oh yeah, part of a hammock.